Banner hatte, fand ich den Banner, egal wo, ob ich in Italien war, in Spanien war, fand ich da den Banner schon geil. Aber der Banner darf da sein, weil es ist die Firma.
Ja, das ist deine Geschäftsidee?
Nein, weil wir einfach scheiße sind. Schönen guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Herzlich willkommen zu einem weiteren Video der Firma Performance GmbH im wunderschönen Kalifornien.
Ja, da oben, da hast du schon hochgeguckt.
Ja, ich habe einmal hochgeguckt, weil da steht nämlich Stan's Works Garage. Wir sind bei einem Herrn, der wirklich in der Szene hier in Los Angeles zu den Top-Leuten gehört. Ich bin ein bisschen krank, Flo ist ein bisschen krank, deswegen bin ich, glaube ich, ein bisschen nasal, weil ich gerade meine Stimme selbst nicht so ganz erkenne.
Und wer hat's gemacht?
Akens hat's gemacht.
Danke.
Nein, aber wir sind bei jemandem, wo ich immer hin wollte. Ich freue mich tierisch hier zu sein, also ehrlich, weil er macht gerade das krasseste Projekt in der ganzen YouTube-Szene. Das krasseste Projekt. Was es wirklich geht, dazu haben wir sehr, sehr viele Fragen. Und zwar, er baut gerade das. Finally.
It's great to finally meet you.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's an honor for me to meet you, to be honest.
The same, it goes both ways.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we get to watch your content here, but anytime that I've come to Germany, everybody says you are the car god. You are the guy, you are the best. Just kind of not only content creator, but ambassador for car culture over there. So this is awesome, because I'm a German car guy more than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. No, I gotta say, I mean, now we start kissing each other.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say it back. Every time on the SEMA show, all the things you do are really very unique. And they have a very special touch. And they have a very nice look and feel and stance. Your cars look always very well proportioned.
I try.
No, really, it's honest. And when I saw this, like you, I don't really have the time always to watch everything. I did watch a little bit. Explain to me.
Okay, I was just bored one night and was cruising through the internet and asked myself, what does an F40 hood cost? I just wanted to know, not like, oh, can I buy one, but just what does that cost, you know? And then I found one for sale, and then I found half of a car for sale, and I thought, oh my God, I'm
Are you okay with saying the number?
I don't know that I want to say it yet, but I'll put it this way. It is a lot cheaper than I thought that it would be. Given that a complete car can be, at this point, $4 million, nowhere close to that. I sold an E30, an E28, and emptied my savings to buy it. So not a crazy number. I'm not a wealthy person.
Another one maybe to sell?
I wish. I wish. Now that I have bought parts, I have found a lot more stuff out there. There's a lot of parts and pieces out there for folks. So it's really interesting to see what's come out of the woodwork.
This is original.
Yes.
This is original.
Yep.
Everything what I see is original.
Yeah, so all of this is factory F40 body panels. So I don't have a chassis or any of the underpinnings, but I don't really want those parts. I want to build a crazy F40. So let's take the cool part, the real part, the part that I think is neat, and then let's build all the underpinnings. Let's build a space frame tube chassis for it, and just build the most gnarly F40 anybody's ever seen.
So you want to put it on top of something? No, you want to.
No, we're going to build it all from
this way.
scratch.
Yeah,
all from scratch.
Okay.
And so it'll still have factory wheelbase. The track width will be a little bit different because I'm not going to use exactly the same, offset and backspacing on the wheels. But for all intents and purposes, it will be an
Crazy.
F40 just turned up to 11, if you will. An F40 on steroids.
So what kind of engine?
Do you want to see the engine?
You have it here?
I have it here, yeah.
Let's go.
It's hiding. This is what we're going to
F12.
use. So close. It's actually out of an 812.
Yeah, it's nearly the same engine.
Yeah.
No, we have an F12. What gearbox?
So Hollinger is going to build us a custom full sequential air shifted transaxle that we're going to put behind this engine. We're going to convert this engine to port injection instead of direct injection. 12 ITBs sitting on top of it. just full NA monster. I wanted to get the gnarliest V12 I could put my hands on, and I wanted it to be a Ferrari engine because I want this to be a Ferrari when it's done.
No, it has to. No
it
Honda.
has to be, yeah. And people have said other engines like something, maybe like a Judd motor or something like that, and while that's cool, it wouldn't be a Ferrari when it's done.
We talked with Judd also. The sound is amazing, everything is amazing, but when you proceed with talking with them, it gets more and more and more and more expensive and more, and then you need this and you need this, and then I thought, you know what, nah. This is just too much. And then you have to take it out, inspect it after every that and that, and you think,
of course. Yeah,
that's a lot.
I want turnkey reliability. I want something that will work right out of the box, and to know that it's still a 9,000 RPM V12 that makes 800 horsepower.
It does not.
We're gonna get there. We'll get there. We can put better fuel into it, all that kind of stuff.
That's true. It's crazy what Ferrari tells you what the power is and what it makes. There's two different stories. So the Hollinger, I guess, will be concerning size-wise will be with the differential right here, I guess.
Yeah, so
and then with the shaft over the differential and the gears are behind like an R8 gearbox. So R8 gearbox was not good for you?
So I looked at a few different options for what would make a good gearbox that will fit in this. So first hurdle that I noticed was the bell housing shape on the back of this motor is so tiny. It's like this big. It's very small.
We never took it out.
So it's only going to fit probably maybe a 5-inch clutch. Real small.
4-plate, 3-plate.
Yeah. Making an adapter that would work for something like an R8 gearbox onto this engine would be a pain. Then I start eating up that distance between the bell housing and the axle output, and I need them to be very close so that this fits. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we started, that was the second real project where we really, was the G3, the Golf 3 body, the tube frame car.
Yeah.
This is not easy. And we went the wrong way. And I love the guys, and we worked together and scanned everything and on the computer. But I'm very honest, I would never ever do a computer project again with a tube frame.
Yep.
Because this car would be driving now if I would just do it my way.
Exactly.
The alignment has to be correct. Maybe the tubes are not exactly the same angle from right to left, but I tell you what, it is now not too.
Of course.
Because the guys are behind their desk. They said, can't be. The computer says, beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. But it's just not.
No, I plan on doing the chassis, the fundamentals of this chassis by hand. I've had a lot of people say, are you going to do it all in CAD and have it CNC bent and stuff? I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it how I know how to work with tubes. Once I have the foundations in there, then I'll scan, and then we can go into CAD and start designing stuff that attaches to the chassis, but I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way.
Do it, please. It's the best way to do it. Really, no question. But what axle you want to use?
Realistically, like once we have the transaxle into place and we have it lined up with the rear wheel center line and we know that our engine's going to fit where we want it to be, I know that Hollinger has some form of an axle program, so we'll defer to them. And if not, our friends at Drive Shaft Shop have made axles for this car.
No, sorry, axle's the wrong. I mixed up the German language. I mean
Diese Seite.
The upright?
Ja.
Okay, I'll show you.
Auf jeden Fall. Wir haben einen 812 Motor, was sehr ähnlich ist zum F12 Motor. Und dann habe ich ihn nach einem Getriebe gefragt, da kommt ein Hollinger Getriebe dran. Dann habe ich gefragt, warum keine 8 Getriebe oder sowas, weil das von den Distanzen ganz gut passen würde. Weil der Kupplungskorb ist so schmal. Das ist wirklich krass. Hier kannst du nur arbeiten mit so einem 3-Scheiben, 4-Scheiben Motorsport-Kupplungsding. Dadurch sind sie aber in der Lage, den Motor extrem tief zu setzen. I mean, it's amazing how low they are able to put the engine. In an 812, it is not that low as the way it can go. There's nothing missing. That is actually the bottom of the engine.
Yeah, it's sitting on the oil pan. And so, the center line of the crank is very tiny.
This would be very close to a Formula 1 engine from the early 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now it's a street reliable car.
Yeah, we can thank advancing technology because this, 15, 20 years ago would have been the absolute limit of anything anybody could imagine. Yeah. And now you can daily drive it. It's crazy.
Really? I mean, direct injection helps a lot. What do you think when you're finished?
Oh, when do I think it'll be done?
Yeah.
I think it'll probably take me 2 years to build. I think conservatively, between 2 and 3. I don't want to put a time limit on it, then I run into all sorts of issues. But to answer your question, I've got some more Ferrari race parts that we're going to use for suspension.
F430?
Yeah, so this is a 458 Challenge Evo. This is the most modern Ferrari suspension. This is still what's used all the way up even to the 812. 296, everything, they all use the same geometry and everything. So we're going to have literally 2024 Ferrari suspension geometry under the car because we're going to copy Ferrari's homework.
I think to make it correct, if you would have a body from another car, I would be relaxed. But I think this is an F40. Every car guy. It got diverted a little bit. If you are a rich guy, rich guys do their rich guy things. But an F40 just cuts through it.
Yeah.
When I saw that you do the project, I was, only one guy will do this.
I appreciate that.
After you, nobody will do this. Because it's so difficult to get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm super, can't wait, really.
It means a lot to hear that. That's a huge vote of confidence coming from you.
No, really.
This is every dollar that I've been able to throw towards all these parts and pieces over the last 9 months since I found
9
the
months?
pieces. Yeah.
Oh, great.
So it was back in February, and the whole thing kind of started as a joke. It was the day after Lewis Hamilton announced that he was going to move to Ferrari, and I was planning on a Mercedes project, and I joked, and I was like, well, I got to build another Ferrari instead now. And so that's where the joke of what does an F40 hood cost? And then it snowballed, and yeah, now I've put every egg in this basket, but I'm excited about it. It's the most excited
Great.
I've been to do anything so far. So,
Great. What do you think at the end of the day?
what it will cost to have it finished?
I mean, I think you can get this for 28, 30, 25.
Yeah.
I would guess you want original seats?
I haven't decided yet. I've had a guy reach out and say, hey, I have original seats if you want them. I mean, every part that I could want for the car
It's there.
is there. I
know.
have basically found anything that I would want for the sake of originality if I want to go that route.
400?
I would imagine I'll have more than that into it when it's done. Just, I mean, even in terms of every nut and bolt that has to go into it, the bodywork, the paint,
Also
all of the
to get this complete.
everything, right? I mean, it's building a complete car, and that's also saying I'm not going to leave anything on the table. I'm going to do everything I can to build the best car that I can. I'm not going to say, oh, I want to phone something in.
If you need any help, if it's in Germany, I will help you right away. Just let me know if you need any help, because on our part of the world, there are also many.
I appreciate it.
Many people that have these cars or know these cars, and so just let me know.
I will. No, we actually went to get this engine. We flew over to Munich. That's
did?
where we found it. Yeah. So
Then I know the ad.
probably.
I'm always looking for project and ideas. And then I saw the engine. Then I think it was 24.
Yeah, right around there.
I know the ad.
Yeah, it came out of
And then I thought,
ATD sports cars.
yeah, I know it then.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed. Okay, so as this is not running,
It's
so
not. It is very much not running. As you can see, it's taken apart at the moment, which
Yeah.
is a very common theme around here for this car. So
why? They're reliable or not? No.
they're supposed to be. I've had some growing pains, and that's not to say that the platform isn't reliable. It's just the teething pains that come with putting together a car that was never supposed to go together this way, and then also asking a lot out of it. So nothing's wrong with this engine. This engine is fine. This is our most recent one that went in, but we're pulling it out. We're making a few changes and revisions to the car so that we can get ready for Super Lap Battle at Circuit of the Americas in March.
So not again, because we went to so many shops and everybody talked about the racetrack.
Button Willow?
Yeah,
Willow.
Buttonwillow. Everybody talked about that.
Yep.
It's not Buttonwillow.
I wanted to make it to Button Willow a week from yesterday.
Yes.
So, this coming weekend
Yes.
for GTA Finals.
And drive there.
And drive there. And as you can see, that's probably not going to happen. I could get it done.
Yeah.
But I don't want to rush and find myself in the same position that we've been in before, where we get out there and we break something immediately.
Ja.
So.
Also für euch Leute, das ist ein K20.
K20, yes.
Das ist ein K20 Motor, turbocharged, I guess.
Yes.
With how much power?
This one, it's built to make 1,000. We run it at 640.
Well, that's crazy in that little
Yeah,
thing.
the 24, like a 1,100 kilo car, 1,000 kilos.
It's going.
Yeah, it moves. It's very fast.
Krass, also ein K20 Motor, Quereinbau in diesem Ding, was ich bin immer sehr offen bei sowas, wenn es dann vor mir steht. Also ich gucke nach diesem Auto schon sehr lange für ein Projekt für uns. Du weißt das, immer wieder. Gestern Abend habe ich noch geschrieben mit Japanern. Because I always want to do a project like this, with this car, but with the 208 turbo.
Yep.
Because I wanted to try if I just make rods, pistons, and a little higher compression to see what is possible to get out of a 2-liter V8.
That would be-
What is the same
I
size
would love to
as
see
this.
how that would do. There's a few drawbacks to some of the original driveline components that I've learned about that gave me hesitation towards even keeping some of those. Like, for example, the original output flanges on the axles, there's kind of a machining or engineering flaw in them that under heavy load with R-comp tires and on the track, you can snap the axle and the wheel will come completely off the car.
Well, that's great news.
So You got to do some re-engineering, things like that. But otherwise, I mean, I think those gearboxes are supposed to be pretty strong.
They were my thought that this will not be able to do. Because if you go with a standalone ECU and all this on a 2-liter V8, higher compression, modern turbocharger, single turbo, I think you can go 450.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, and I think it will go.
Oh, and it'd be a blast to drive. I'd be curious what the car will weigh. So that's the biggest difference in what we've built here with this platform to what came out. So I weighed the engine and transmission that came out of the car.
Yes.
Dressed just like this. So engine, transmission, intake, alternator, fully dressed. Exactly what you have here. And that came out of the car was 850 pounds.
That's a lot.
400 kilos. This, as it sits fully dressed, ready to go in, I actually weighed it. It's like 360 pounds, I think, as this sits, 380 pounds, something like that, right around there. So, 200 kilos. So a huge weight difference in the driveline alone.
And response and drivability.
Now, you'll have a lot of that response with a 2-liter V8. But
I never drove it because they're so small. You ever drove one?
No.
Because they're not really there. I mean, they were only built because of the tax problems that they had in Italy for a very, very short time, weil die in Italien hatten die Steuerprobleme, wollten aber trotzdem einen V8 und hat Ferrari ganz einfach eiskalt. And they were building for a few months the 2-liter V8 NA. Very, very short.
Interesting.
And then it was not enough power. And then they said, okay, let's do a 2-liter V8 turbo, and then they changed the law again and then they went back to the 3.5 V8, sagen wir das. Und das ist halt schon ein sehr krasses, geiles Ding. Ein 2-Liter V8 Turbomotor, in meinem Kopf macht das gotta be 9000 RPM. Und das ist halt wirklich, wirklich geil. We gotta come back. I mean...
Come back anytime. Hopefully next time you come back it will be together and driving.
You doing customer work here too?
No customer work. This is just the Stance Workshop. So it's just working on our projects for the channel.
Great. So what else you got? Pretty nice wheels laying around.
There's a few things sitting around. So I have this Quattro. This one's gonna get a AAN engine. So we're building one of those, big turbo, whole bunch of horsepower, all that kind of stuff. This one is on the back burner for the moment. I wanted to have it done by this point, but I had to put it on hold once I found the F40 panels because it was like, okay, I gotta buy this stuff.
Can you maybe also help us out, because we are really trying to find somebody who can help us out concerning K20s, because in Germany there's nobody who has really knowledge about it, and everybody I ask, they talk 2 sentences and then they go quiet. I would love to build an NA K20, no turbo, nothing, about 10,000 RPM.
Sure.
Again.
I'm gonna pause that one. That one's a tough one to answer. I gotta do that one off the camera. That one's gotta be off the record.
Okay, mach mal aus. Nein. Das ist auch wieder so ein... That's the same thing. You can see what's in the engine. We saw it on the GTR.
If you put pressure to here, blow air through it, it'll blow the oil off the screen filter, and you can look for bearing material and metal in your oil and stuff like that. So we monitor the car that way.
Let me guess, this is from Australia.
It's actually from America, but
no!
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
In your car?
Yeah.
I've never seen it in Germany so far. So you also like this a lot?
Yeah. One thing that really convinced me on this exact setup is my friend Riley has this incredible Trans Am, insane LS engine in it. It's a full tube chassis race car.
The white one?
The white one, yeah.
With the header?
Yeah.
The crazy one?
Yep.
I love this. We gotta make wir müssen das auf jeden Fall mal zeigen im Video. The sound?
Oh, the car is incredible. Everything about that car is unreal.
Unreal.
It's unreal.
It was his first build, right? Was it? No.
Realistically, I mean, like he's built a handful of cars prior to that, but that was his first real big project, and he blew it out of the park. So.
Yeah, he did. Also müssen wir uns mal angucken. Ist echt geil. Also man versteht, das ist krass.
But we were at the track, because he's one of my best friends, and we were at the track together. Between each session, the engine that he has in that car is very maintenance intensive. He has to be checking spring pressures after every few sessions, and I mean, almost pulling the whole thing apart all the time. But when he wasn't planning on it, he caught bits and pieces of a rocker in the filter. He was able to see the failure before, and so we stopped for the day. That saved him an engine that caught a very expensive engine.
How much is an engine like that?
I don't know what that engine would cost retail, but I would bet that it's closing in on a six-figure engine.
No, for an LS?
Yeah, I mean that thing, it's got aluminum rods in it, and it's 10,000 RPM LS. It's like, I think it makes, I don't know, 900 horsepower or something. I don't fully know. NA, yeah. I mean, it's a wild, and I could be wrong on the price, but it's an expensive engine.
We had some problems. I know, shut your mouth, with an Evo engine a few times. This would help us a lot. Too.
So once I saw that save his day and his engine, I said, it's cheap insurance, and I can check it. I think the whole setup is, I don't know, $400, $350, and it's a nice
piece.
Nice piece. It's very pretty. It's made here in the U.S. I've talked to the owner of the company, and it's one of those like, all right, cool. I'm interested in supporting a business like that.
Yeah. What's the name?
It's Clearview Filters.
Can I take a picture of this? I think we need 10.
And he's got different sizes and setups.
Yeah, we saw black ones.
Yeah. And it's been awesome.
Yeah, so this is with a window. This is a special edition.
That's special edition, yeah. As you can see, that engine is not as happy.
No, and this is also not an 812 engine.
That one is GTC4 Lusso.
Lusso, right, yeah.
Whatever it is. So
I think the middle part is a little different here also.
Yeah. So I have this engine as a mock-up engine because the block is, all the mounting provisions are the same. Instead of having that one in the car and getting, metal shavings and stuff, we can have this one in there and be building off of it and, building the headers and what have you. So
it's E36.
E28, M30 headers.
Okay, yeah.
Those are going on Anthony's E28 before too long.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, also, very nice.
Thank you. So that's...
What wheels are on the E36 outside?
Those are BBS
Really?
RE.
Originals?
Yeah, they're off of
Can
a
we check it
touring
out?
car. Yeah.
Hey, beauty.
What's up?
Good to see you.
I had to come to my big Ferrari guy friend's shop. I don't know if you know, but me and Mike here,
We are big Ferrari guys.
big
That's what we
Ferrari
do.
guys. Yeah.
He's playing in a different league though now.
Oh yeah, I'm like I'm bolt-on boy, like poor guy.
I'm
He's
just irresponsibly igniting money out of my savings account and hoping I can make rent next month.
yeah. I text Mike literally 2 days ago, and I was watching his video, and I was just like, I forget how much of a dude you are.
Yeah,
because he's like
I thought
doing,
the same thing.
Yeah,
it's to buy all these body parts and start a project. When you talked about it, when we were talking at the engine about it, in myself, I was like, I don't know if I would do this.
I mean, you build some crazy stuff too, but like, I see Mike, we talk about nonsense all the time, and I forget that he builds all this crazy stuff,
Amazing.
And I'm out here like making videos talking about things and like putting like bolt-on parts on, It's just
Look how cool I am.
different levels,
Yeah. No, what you're doing,
but-
honestly, is that's different level shit.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's what I like to do. As we were saying earlier, it's all of this is just a way to give me an opportunity to do this type of stuff. And I was even telling somebody the other day, they were asking, what do you want to do with the car when it's done? And I said, I don't care. I want to build it. This is about the journey. I want
know
to
exactly
climb
what
the
you mean.
mountain. I don't want to see the view from the top. I don't care.
Mike said a long time ago, you were like, if I had to pick building cars or driving cars, it'd be building cars.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big difference from a lot of other people, where a lot of people are motivated to drive the car, and they're like, I'll just build it so I could drive it.
Yeah, it's not to say I don't want to drive the car. I do, but if I had to pick, there would be no hesitation. I would build the car before I could drive it.
I feel you very much. I'm also way more on the building side. The moments that you have, for example, the tube chassis is finished the first time, the coilovers are inside, and you let it down.
Yeah,
The success,
exactly.
the feeling that you have is way more than accelerating and feeling that. Then the engine, then turning it on, sitting inside, or with a laptop here, turn it, and it starts. These feelings, they keep me going on. 100%.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
You're like,
I don't.
yeah.
But see, I don't have a shop. I'm just like in my garage
You
doing
need a shop.
nonsense.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
You need a shop.
maybe.
I was trying to guilt him recently into going half in on a bigger shop because I'm getting kicked out of here.
Okay.
So I got to find a new spot. I said, let's find a bigger spot.
Yeah, we need
Two's
to.
better than one.
This is California. It's expensive, so we need to share space to make it work.
And yeah.
I mean, you with Jason in the,
Yeah, but that's not working out too well for another reason.
because you have too many cars.
I have too many cars. He's got too many cars.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
Everybody
we're
got
all
too many
jammed in.
cars.
We all have the same problem.
Yeah. In California, when you have too many cars, it's too expensive to store all of them. That's the biggest threshold for
Did you
sure.
need like what we did in our shop now, this 3-stack things?
Yeah, that's what we need.
Or 2? That's great.
100%. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
I mean, the problem
need-
doesn't end. The
Ben-
problem
Ben Pack
doesn't
will
end.
hook
You
you up.
just buy more.
Got the triple stackers.
Yeah.
You just need another 10 feet up.
Yeah. But let me check out these wheels. They're
Yeah,
original
yeah.
BBS wheels?
Yeah, they're off of a touring car.
You mean these 320? These 320 JTCC cars?
Something like that. Hold on. I tell you. Let me grab Khalil. I'll tell you what they got.
There's a set of these for sale on Marketplace right now.
How much?
Sure.
I think they're like $3,500 or
I
something.
think that's probably what he
Some
paid.
crazy spec, like 17 by 9 negative something, right?
Wow. Yeah, so these are 18 by, I think they're 11 or 11 and a half.
Front and rear now.
Yeah, front and rear. It's a square setup.
Oh, 11 and a half or something in front?
I think so. He'll be over here in a second. It's his car.
Well, it drives fantastic.
This thing sounds really sick too. It's got a cammed S52.
Okay.
And it sounds like a V8.
It looks terrible because it's so dirty, but it's because it lives out here because we all reach that point with a car where you like kind of just don't care about it anymore, no matter how cool it is. And then everybody else comes over and they're like, man, that car is so sick. It's so tough and wide. And yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't care about this car at all.
No,
No, but
not
he's
at
so
all.
over
Not
it.
at all.
But I need the wheels.
Yeah.
That's great.
He would probably sell them to you right now. I'm not kidding.
I'll buy them right now.
You bring him home on the carry-on.
I bought turbochargers on the way to America, so I gotta bring something back.
He will totally do that. He'll probably just say, pay me for the wheels and please take the car with it. Make it.
Why?
He's just over it. He doesn't care about it anymore. Oh, here he comes. Pick it up, KK.
We gotta talk.
He's our fellow brother in bald.
Oh, he's bringing the jump pack. He's got the fire
You
it
know?
up.
Come on, brethren. Come on, we even took our hats off for you.
Oh yeah!
You're outnumbered, loser.
Oh, you like hair? Loser.
So, I heard you want to sell me these wheels.
The wheels?
Yeah.
I'll sell you the car.
How much is the car, man?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I really like the car. I've had it for a long time.
Hey, he's lying for the camera. I have so many security
He's trying
camera
to get the price
footages
high.
No.
of him saying, I hate this car. I want it gone.
watch it, look.
Somebody, I need to sell it. He hates it. He hates it.
But deep down, I love it.
Yo, what are these mirrors?
It's the longest I've owned a car. AC Schnitzer.
Ooh, those are cool too.
Yeah, stubbies.
I sell you the mirrors if I
The
buy
mirrors
them.
are cool.
Yeah. No, the car's cool. The wheels came off of a 320 SI BTCC.
A BTCC.
Yeah. Off of a, I think it was an E90. And,
Oh, okay, yeah. 'cause
They
it's
were
like
at-
they didn't run wide body on E36s.
No.
No.
They're 18 by 11 front and rear, a 15
For
offset.
11 flat?
11 flat, front and rear. I had the rears machined so the offset's the same. And then Falcon 660s, 285s all the way around. Yeah. It doesn't rub or anything. It actually does pretty good.
Well, if you don't drive it, it can't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, if I don't drive it, it doesn't matter, right? Nah. But yeah, I need to pay more.
So all this
attention
talking, how much are the wheels?
to it. Ooh, I don't know. I spent a lot on them.
Yeah, right.
Wait, let me give you a little secret.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What's the?
JP's rich.
Oh yeah.
Just give him.
You know, I was thinking like 15 grand for the wheels, but for you, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought about selling them completely, but
You said on the internet there are wheels like that, right?
Huh?
You said on the marketplace there's...
They're wrong spec. They're 17.
this is the only set in the United
17.
States.
Yeah.
No, I'm being.
They're from Germany, so I
That's-
get it.
Hey, they made it to.
I am from
They
Germany.
waited to Lithuania. I don't know. My car's on the way here from Germany right now.
Okay, we stay in contact.
All right, I'll think about it. Let me think about it. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
You
we
think
figured
about
you were gonna roll a jack out here and just take them off right now.
Yeah.
I should honestly. I should be financially responsible and sell it.
So how much would be the car then?
I haven't thought about it completely, but it's fully stripped. But how much?
10.
17 is yours.
Yeah, you're right. You're close.
I'd tell you the whole car.
Honestly,
actually.
17 grand's a good deal for that car.
It's
You
the
wait in the
drivetrain.
car. You wait in your Ferrari right there.
I'll sell you that one too. You want to go home with a package
The
deal?
drivetrain's really nice on it. Everything 1.5 way diff. The subframe is welded and bolted to the floor, so there's no bushings. Everything is Heim joints. Solid everything. Lightweight
does it
clutch.
drive?
Lightweight flywheel. Yeah, you can go drive it. Actually, if you want to. I brought a jumper pack in case you want to go drive it.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. Just gotta let it warm up. I can start it. It sounds really good. It has massive cams.
Yeah, let me hear it.
So let me jump start it because.
Yeah. You want me to turn around when you jump start it? Or turn the camera
You want to
off?
act surprised?
Well, you know, he owns his own mechanic shop, so you know the personal car is going to need some love.
Oh, of course. I have
It's
3
fully
36s.
Yeah. To be
This
honest,
one, that one, and a touring on the way right now.
I don't
From
know
Germany.
how many E36s I own.
I don't want to.
I just know you have that nice blue one.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Is that
V8.
car LS?
No, it's a 540
Yeah,
BMW.
yeah. Better.
No.
Well, not a great motor, but
I
you
learned
kept the
so much
BMW.
about LS on this trip. LS seems to be pretty cool.
Hot take. LS's suck. Most boring motor ever.
Good nose.
Lügen darf man nicht sagen.
I hate him. I had a 700 horsepower LS E36.
Wait.
So boring.
Why?
One reason.
What is
One
better?
reason. 7,000 RPM redline. Boring.
Unless you're Riley.
Yeah, unless you could rev that thing to like 8,500. I don't know. Not interested.
And I have to do what to do that?
Probably,
Cash out.
yeah, you probably need like really
Crank?
lightweight rotating assembly and like de-stroke it because they have a long, mine had like a 4 1/4 inch stroke, but I don't know. I just found them to be really boring. Like it's a lot of torque, but it's just kind of like,
The joke here is that any vehicle that you LS swap just drives like a Corvette. It just becomes a Corvette. Because it is.
yeah, it's not
It's
that
just
fun.
a C5 Corvette. It's this full C5 Corvette swap.
Yeah.
I just played the internet through this last night, picking up LS parts together for my next project and dreaming about LS. Everybody dreams. I mean, I talk with Zach, so maybe that's the problem.
I'll say this.
Skip the LS. Skip the LS.
There's a big.
Skip it?
Yeah, this sounds better. This sounds
Yeah.
like it sounds better.
There's a saying here in America called "there's no replacement for displacement," meaning the bigger your motor is,
Yeah.
the better it is. Well, I'll say the smaller the displacement, the cooler it is. My V8 is 3.6 liter,
Yeah.
revs to 9,000 RPM.
Sounds sick.
Sounds cool. It's way better than I would trade that engine for a LS any day in any car. I think like LS swaps got so saturated that now they're just so boring.
Not in
I
Germany.
mean, any car that has an LS swap is worth significantly less than if it had an original motor in it.
You were so happy about your E36.
I hated it.
No, you did not.
I was happy about it on the internet.
That's the truth. No, that's the truth.
It was fun to drive, but it didn't work well. It was way too overpowered.
But it wasn't the
It was
engine itself
overpowered.
that didn't work well. The car
Yeah.
didn't work
The
well.
en-
But
the engine actually-
works.
The combination.
Yeah, it's just because everything here winds up with an LS swap. You're never going to get anybody excited or interested in your LS swap
No.
project here. Not to say that that's what has value. There's purpose behind picking an engine that just makes sense because it makes a ton of power, it's cheap, it's reliable, it's small, it's lightweight, etc. It makes a bunch of sense.
a pretty good cold start for a big old cam car.
Yeah.
How much power is that?
260 at the wheels. 260 at the wheels. Yeah, once it's warm, you can go for a drive. It's warm.
No, I would love to then.
Yeah, no problem. Paulberg cams, the whole top end is done. The bigger intake valves, so machining, to protect valves, titanium
Really?
springs, yeah. Paulberg cams,
And it was basically an E36
it's a, yeah.
28.
No, M3.
Was it?
Yeah, it's a early M3, it's a 94, but here they sold them as a 95.
Yeah, those are typical American M3s.
Yep, the American
They were not
M3.
like German M3s.
No.
Das ist echt interessant. Das sind diese amerikanischen M3s. Die hatten dann so how much the engine size is then a 3?
Stock, it makes 240.
No, the
Oh.
in liters.
This one, early, 3.
Ja, genau.
Late model, 3.2.
Genau. Das waren dann 3-Liter-Motoren. Die waren dann so umgemodelt, weil der amerikanische Markt, glaube ich, sehr viele wollte. Dann haben die das auf den Markt geschmissen. Das heißt, die sind deutlich weniger wert. Ne? Also was wirklich geil ist, es sind sehr viele gute Sachen am Auto. Motor, Nockenwellen, Verkabelung, es ist ein freibrührendes Steuergerät, ein Link-ECU, die GT3-Pumpe vom Porsche ist drin. Wenn du nur das nimmst, einzeln, ohne Auto, ist das schon viel. Und ich überlege nämlich, vielleicht kaufen wir das und lassen das hier stehen. Ja, wir brauchen mehr Sitze. Aber wir haben eine Ausstattung in Deutschland, die schicken wir rüber. Geil. Weil das Auto hier ist als Basis wirklich ein geil, gar kein Blinker mehr. Also gar kein Blinkstock. Aber also wirklich als Basis ist das richtig, richtig cool. Also mit dem Steuergerät, die Räder, Fahrwerk, Pumpen, Differential Unterboden geschlossen, geschweißt. Es war ein M3. Ich finde das geil. Oh, der rennt. Motor läuft, Bruder. Geil. Aber richtig geil. Also mit der Servopumpe angeschlossen. Ich kann mir das vorstellen. Das wäre dann unser erstes Amerika-Auto, ein E36 M3. Tot. So, warte mal, fahren mal hier links.
Andersrum.
Fahren rechts. Was natürlich krass ist, 11 mal 18 auf der Vorderachse, ne? Das ist hart. Aber der fährt gut. Ich meine, das Auto wiegt 800 Pfund weniger. Das sind irgendwas bestimmt um die 400 Kilogramm Gewicht raus. Ich habe aber nichts mehr, ne? Kein Blinker, gar nichts. Nockenwelle ist auf jeden Fall hardcore. Das ist ein geiles Teil. Geil. Absolut geil. Käfig rein. Oh, heiß. Ah, shit. Also der Tunnel hier unten, ist ja keine Verkleidung mehr drauf. Also das Ding hat hier 80 Grad. Amerika-Projektauto. Aber das ist das Ding, ne? Ich bin so dumm. Ich habe mich jetzt in die Felgen verknallt und will wirklich nur diese Felgen eigentlich haben. Und dann kaufe ich ein Auto. Die Außenspiegel sind auch geil. Dieser AC-Schnitzer Außenspiegel. What else do you have for the car? You said something about a cage.
I need to still want to end up putting a cage in it. That's why I took everything.
But you don't have it already?
No,
Oh, okay.
we were going to make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing over there?
Service, repair, some restoration. All European cars.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly BMWs, Mercedes, but we do everything.
So let me check. I'm honest.
Yeah.
Let me check on the wheels.
Yeah.
If I don't get the wheels, I think I would buy it.
The car?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love the car, but
No, you said you want to sell
I don't
it.
drive it enough.
You said you want to sell it. You said a price.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like the price.
It's fun though, huh? I was
Yeah,
hoping you
it's-
got on it hard.
No, absolutely. It runs. You feel
Yeah.
the cam absolutely.
Yeah.
When it steps in.
Yeah.
I think I would leave it here.
Yeah.
Because if I bring that to Germany, I go.
Right to jail, right away.
But would this be
You almost go to
legal?
jail here. Huh?
Would this be okay to drive here?
Yeah, it's registered and everything.
But I don't have any side markers here anyways.
No side markers, but there's headlights and taillights and brake lights. You don't need turn signals. BMW owners,
Yeah, it's true.
they don't
You're
use
right,
turn
you're
signals
right.
anyway. It's fine.
You're right.
You don't need them.
No, but if I don't have it, would it be a
Yeah.
problem when the police stops me?
No, I've never gotten in trouble somehow. It's been here for 10 years in California. And then last 2 weeks ago, we went to LA. I drove it to LA for the Falcon event because it's on Falcon tires and everything. I need to clean it. No, it's a fun car. It's a lot of fun. Lightweight, it doesn't weigh much.
Okay, I will contact.
Talk to Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
All
thank
right.
you very, very much.
No. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But the wheels make the car, man.
They're my favorite part. I love the wheels. When I saw them, I was like, oh, I gotta have them.
Yeah, man.
They look good.
So you grind them down, front and rear?
No, just the rear. They were, one was 10 and one was 15 offset.
So 5 millimeters.
Yeah, but I did the rears 5, so then I can rotate. So then all of them are 18 by 11, 15 offset.
15.
Yeah, so
Plus.
they all match. Yeah, plus. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Also, ich finde das geil. Was sagst du? Man muss halt was machen, ne? Also,
Er hat nicht gesagt, es ist kein Problem, sondern er hat gesagt, er hätte noch keine Probleme gehabt.
das ist wichtig. Aber Auto sieht... Oder, Akens? Sag mal was.
Ich weiß nicht genau, was ist denn das für ein
Das
Motor?
ist ein M3.
Original.
Also genau, das ist ein amerikanischer M3 mit einem 3 Liter, mit Nockenwellen, frei programmierbares Steuergerät. Guck mal, wenn man jetzt die Außenspiegel nimmt, für die hohe Zahlen, um schnell zu rechnen, ne? Außenspiegel 1000, die Pumpe 1000, die Felgen 4000, Steuergerät 1000, glaube ich, ne? Ohne die Reifen, ne? 7, aber mit Reifen 1000. Die Nockenwellen 1000.
Ja.
Bist du bei 9. So, und er meinte gerade, wenn ich ihm sage, irgendwie 15 oder 14 so, dann gibt er mir das Ding.
Aber du hast ja auch ein Bodykit dran, dass da nicht so dran soll.
Doch.
Ja?
Das ist gar nicht so unbeliebt. Mit dem dran Spaxen da oben. Ich finde das echt. Es war ein alter M3, aber eins kann ich sagen, der geht auf jeden Fall ab wie so. Der geht echt ab. Der wiegt halt nur jetzt 800 Pfund leichter als Original. Der hat keinen Blinkerstock mehr drin, der hat gar nichts drin. Also das ist nichts. Also da.
Du willst den haben für hier?
Ja.
Cool.
Guck mal, Koffer passen perfekt rein, wenn wir ankommen.
Ja. Wir legen uns dann da rein.
Genau, einer in den Kofferraum, einer in den Fußraum. Und die Sache ist gut.
Problem.
Hä? Einer aufs Dach.
Originalgetriebe?
Man, you look good in that thing. Man, you look good in that. Black cars look so nice on you,
Black
too.
cars are the best, especially when they look like.
So you gonna
See you guys.
you gonna get it?
Okay, also, wir sprechen uns. Bis morgen oder Montag. Ciao.